and they managed to come back to salvage a point. They host Newcastle next week with 2 points between the two. This is how the table is shaping up as it stands. Frank Leboeuf was watching it for us as well. Initial reaction to what we saw today in this game, Frank?
Well, for me, that game is exactly the picture of the season we have in the Premier League. Inconsistency. That's what I saw. Great first half from the Reds. Then suddenly they left the pitch. And Arsenal were already on holidays for the first half, came back into football and showed their strength. But never we had a fight. Never I found something like a real game between the first and the second. For me, it was weaknesses for some and strengths for the others, but not and didn't see the real confrontation. That I was expecting. So overall, a nice game to watch, but not what I was really looking forward to watching.
I tell you what we weren't expecting, because we asked you about this just the other day, the reception that we were going to see Trent Alexander-Arnold get. Well, there were boos today as he came on.
I'll be honest, I actually almost rewound my screen because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I was absolutely disgusted. I did not think, I didn't think that was what Liverpool fans were like. I didn't think that's what Liverpool's history was about. Everybody who returns to Anfield or who has played for Liverpool should never, in my opinion, ever be booed. And I would love to say that it was the usual small minority, but unfortunately it wasn't. There was too many of them. It almost seemed 50-50. There was half of them clapping and half of them booing. So I don't quite have the vocabulary without saying the wrong types of words to tell you how disgusted I was at the people that were booing him. This guy's given every single thing for Liverpool on and off the field. And because he decides that he's going to try something else, that doesn't give you the right to boo him. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I was absolutely disgusted. And you know what? I was talking last week about Real Madrid, how I thought it was classless what they were doing. Well, this was absolutely classless, of the highest order. And I did not expect it from Liverpool fans. I'm shocked and disgusted, quite frankly.
We had to check a few times ourselves, didn't we, Checker, and look back over some videos to see it was booing, and we're shocked ourselves when we saw it.
Very much so. And while I share Stevie's disgust, I never played for Liverpool, but I felt that Liverpool as a football club and their fan base held themselves to a higher standard. Not what everybody else did, but they held themselves to a higher standard. From a player's perspective, here's why players always say that there's absolutely no loyalty in the game. Now, if 10 years, 15 years ago, whatever it is, as Trent Alexander-Arnold is making his way up in the Liverpool academy, you say to Liverpool fans, this young lad will be a part of 2 title-winning teams, your first 2 titles in 30 years. He'll win Champions Leagues, but he'll move on at a free transfer when the time comes and he decides that it's right for him. Are you, as fans, okay with that? To a person, they would have said yes. Nobody would have had any issue with a player coming through the academy, returning Liverpool to their glory days, and then stepping away because he wanted to try something different. Yet we sit here and 10 or 15 years later, however we want to frame this, and have to witness Liverpool Football Club booing one of their own, who's been a part of their greatest story, certainly of the last 3 decades. That, for me, I don't think, I don't see how you excuse, how you accept, how you're a part of, quite frankly. And so similarly, as we heard from Steve, we hear from so many of ex-Liverpool players, surprised, a little bit disgusted.
I think the good thing that might end up happening here, and I certainly hope it does, is that there's another home game to come. Liverpool have another home game, which will be Trent Alexander's last game at Anfield. And he will play. Arne Slot would be wrong not to play him. He should play him. And I'm hoping that between now and that game, that the local newspapers, the local media, all get behind Trent Alexander-Arnold and tell all these people that were booing, if you're going to do that again, please don't turn up. Give somebody your ticket who's actually going to applaud and give Trent Alexander-Arnold the reception that he deserves for what he's done for this football club. So I'm hoping that's what will happen.
Well, time will tell. and we'll be here for it,
Yeah, but
of course. Go
I'm
on,
sorry,
Frank.
if I may say, you know, Stevie, if they change their mind within 2 weeks by starting by booing him today and encouraging him for his last game, they are worse than I think. Because, I mean, you have in that matter, if you are stupid, be stubborn and stupid. Because those people, they should have no respect from the others. They've been disrespectful to football overall, to a football club. As Shaka said, I thought fans of Liverpool were different than some others. You know, because of the history, because of, I don't know, it's a real football club.
Me too, Frank.
And
Me
everybody
too.
think that yeah. And that's very strange for me. That was disrespectful, disgusting, and those people shouldn't be on the stand of any football club anymore because they don't understand football. They don't know what serving means. We are against mercenaries, and Trent Alexander-Arnold was everything but a mercenary. He showed loyalty to the club, and he's been booed by half of the stand. Awful, disrespectful, disgusting.